Welcome to Onondaga Nation Fieldhouse in Syracuse, New York, as we are continuing the action here at the LAXAllStars North American Invitational. In this game, and a quick start, goal right away for Sky Sunday as the big boys of Akwesasne jump out to a 1-0 lead over LaserSharks Blanco. So we are in placement games, and I am Chuck Jaffe, here to call the action for you. Part of this exciting tournament that has been going on for the last couple of days. We're into the last day of action, and now we're sorting out who finishes where. CJ Fleming with the ball, guarded by Jeff Schattler. Schattler takes a little extra whack. Had a big smile on his face when he did it. Not that that makes it any better if you're on the receiving end. And that shot from the outside, designed to beat the clock. Akwesasne, little mishandled pass. It wasn't even over. Okay, the ref calls for an over and back, but the ref misses the line. Now the ref corrects it. He saw the white line, which if you're looking at the center of the field, the center line is actually yellow. The center line is yellow. And the ref wisely holds them as the LaserSharks were going to be slow getting out the door. So Schattler keys the ball in. LaserSharks already up by 1. Nice save there. Brian Custer, I believe, is the goalie. We cannot see. Yeah, he is. Hard to make things out. Shot across. Now the ball coming out. That's Sean Taffy with it. Taffy gives that ball up. Sky Sunday, who scored the first goal. And they say a little too much action on the pick. It's Sunday. I'm sorry, not Sunday. It was Mike Shea with that extra action on the pick. Trying to beat the clock, and they do. And so the LaserSharks go back on the attack. Ball kicks into the corner, picked up by Hatka Garrow. Hakta Garrow. Let me try to say the pronunciation correctly. Schattler with the ball now. So you see Schattler playing on this team, and this team is a lot of younger kids who have been through this particular program. And then you get a guy like Schattler playing with them to help stabilize them, and that's head man to head. And there's an answer as Mike Blacho scores for the LaserSharks on the headman pass. Sloppy transition allows Blacho to get free, and he ties things up with 11:30 remaining in the first half. Remember that we are playing halves here, and we're playing 15-minute halves, everything but the semifinal and final games. Those will be played tonight. Now in internet land, not sure exactly when all of the video will be posted for every game that is from the Fieldhouse. All of the games at the arena are being streamed live. Fed in front, nice save there. Reset for the LaserSharks. However, the pass cannot be handled. Elliot Butters' pass missed. So the big boys come back on the attack. So again, excuse me, again, the point is that Schattler and some experienced players are on this team for their guidance and not necessarily to like, oh, you guys go up and dominate. Nice pass down low. That shot from Desi Oaks doesn't get through. Fed in front. Nice save there as Akwesasne's goalie, nice and calm against that break, stopping that shot from Scott Prestridge. And a shoulder save there. Gets the loose ball. I believe that is Edmund Cathers, the goalie, but we will double check basically at halftime. That ball kicks near the bench, but not into it. Thrown high and away. Now kicking around. Settled down by LaserSharks Blanco captain Peter Soya. Nice save there. The LaserSharks player was playing as if the ball was live, hadn't heard the whistle. Lucky to not get a delay for doing that. That being Blacho, who scored the first goal. So here's Schattler with the ball. Feeds that inside, but the pass can't be handled by Blake Kenny. Coming the other way with the fast break. Danny Hunter stopped by Cathers. Oh, by Trey Adams. I'm sorry, we're confirmed. It is Trey Adams in the cage. So here comes the big boys attack. And a goal. And I would love to tell you who that is, but our roster doesn't include number 56. Hate when that happens, but it has been happening at times in this tournament. Some of that is because guys are showing up towards the end of the tournament. As you should be aware that what happens at this tournament to some extent is that on Thursday, in the earlier games, you have a lot of teams that they can't get all their guys here. And so we have had some games already today where teams have been playing for 2 and 3 days, and the player of the game in their last game is a guy who was playing his first game of the tournament. Happened to the Cattail Kings, who were very close by. They had a couple of players who could not make their games until today. One of them could not make the game until this afternoon, so they only played one game, wound up being the best player in that game. There's a bomb from the outside that finds the mark. Danny Blacho, so it's Blacho brothers so far. Mike and Danny, 63 and 73. They are the only two to get anything by Trey Adams, and they make it a 2-2 score. Mike Lazor for the big boys on the draw. And moving early, Will Mahan for the LaserSharks. Lazor will not get too many wins, face-off wins easier than that. And here come the big boys. We're now more than midway into the period. Oh, and a nifty goal there. Blake Kenny finishes the feed from Desi Oaks with a little dip and dunk. It's 3-2 with 7 minutes remaining in the first half. Kenny's first goal, apparently, at least of the tournament, as they tossed him the ball. I don't think he's going to treat that as a souvenir. He's probably going to be using it to practice in a day or two. Not saying he needs practice. I'm just saying I don't think he values this as some sort of a lifetime souvenir. But I could be wrong. Oh, there's an answer, quick answer on the outside from Oris Edwards. Edwards with the left-handed shot that gets by Trey Adams, and we're knotted at 3. That brings us back to the faceoff dot. And again, Will Mahan for the LaserSharks. Will is kind of signaling, trying to suggest what he's going to do. And he does virtually nothing. I think he hoped that Lazor would move early. Lazor, however, gets it, and Blotchko comes away with the ball. Blacho and Adams equal to that shot, and that's a really nice save because Mike Blacho had the corner lined up. He had a really nice angle on that shot. Great save by Adams. So here's Schattler in the offense. Kenny gets pushed, but they say it's a clean hit. Head and shoulders up and in front. Two big boys run into each other, trying to get to C.J. Fleming. And Jim Blanco, so 53 is Jim, 63 is Dan, 73 is Mike. Goals from Dan and Mike. Jim just ran through the crease, and he didn't take a shot. He was looking to feed. Schattler getting worked there by C.J. Fleming. Ball kicks out, and it becomes LaserSharks ball. But now you got Danny Hunter has a timing problem as they're gonna, ball's kicking around, and well, we get a push, but it goes against the LaserSharks. So the LaserSharks were about to lose possession anyway because of the 10 seconds to advance rule. Schattler shoots that wide. That rebound comes out to Mahan. I'm sorry, to Peter Soya. A nice diving goal there. That's Elliot Beater with the dive. So the LaserSharks get back to a 1-goal lead. It's 4-3. Lazor having a tough time scooping the ball. He's keeping it free of things, but it's not picking it up. And now it does get picked up. Nice play there, Tyler Armstrong. So the ball gets up. Sky Sunday kicks it around. Now gets it back. Can't handle the pass, however. That ball goes to Jim Blanco. Now dropped back. And the LaserSharks will stay out and play O. Mike Blanco. Now brother Jim. Well, I say brother Jim. It could be cousin Jim. They didn't give us a press guide to tell us how they're related. We'll assume with the same name that they are. And Trey Adams scoops the loose ball with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left. Here comes Blake Kenny and and the big boys. That one shot through, piece of it for Brian Kusterer. And now C.J. Fleming gets the breakaway. And Fleming scores. C.J. Fleming. C.J. Fleming with the goal makes it a 2-goal edge for the LaserSharks as they lead the big boys 5-3. Lazor moved early, giving the ball back to the LaserSharks. They get the ball up high, now swinging around on the left-hand side. Nice little spin move, but Lazor checks it away from his equal number, number 15. That one gets knocked down in front. Ball rolls over into the corner. Lazor, ball gets out to Adams. Adams, headman pass. Can't be handled. High risk. Oh, and that's just a dumb play by Chris George of the big boys, reaching to tap the goalie. And in doing so, when the goalie has possession, it's a penalty when the goalie's in the crease. So it'll be 6 because the goalie is now headed to the bench. They still can't pick it up. I don't know why that whistle blew. Oh, it's blue because there's more happening behind the action. Abe Garrow exchanging some unpleasantries, I guess. So it should be 2 men down. And they will sort things out. Yeah, they're still getting it sorted out. They'll sort it out at halftime, and we'll come back and sort it out with it. It should be a 2-man advantage for the LaserSharks when we return after the half. But your score at the half of a very entertaining game, it is the LaserSharks Blanco team 5, the big boys of Akwesasne 3. We'll be back with the second half. You're watching the LAXAllStars North American Invitational, brought to you by Nike. So we're back to the action, and there should be 2 men down, and there's only 1 on the scoreboard, but it is a 2-man advantage. So the LaserSharks wind up keeping it on the push. So 3 men, and you've got the LaserSharks playing the 2-man advantage the way you'd like to see it. And a great stop by Trey Adams. The ball goes out to Blanco, which allows them to reset the shot clock and keep their advantage as long as possible. Oh, and that bounce takes an unfortunate bounce. Great bounce if you are a fan of the big boys, because it hopped over C.J. Fleming. And in doing that, it allowed the big boys to basically kill off the penalty, which they have done. So now Jeff Shatler with the ball. Swim move, goes through 2, trying to get through 3, still has the ball, and he scores. Jeff Shatler shows why he is one of the most feared players in the National Lacrosse League. Splits a double team, then a triple team, goes to the wrong side, keeps his hands free, and is able to get that shot by Adam Miller. So it's 5-4 our score as we get back to the faceoffs. But Mahan, guilty of a draw infraction, gives the ball over. Nice save there by Miller. Oh, great play by Lazor. This time he picks up the loose ball, and he scores. Mike Lazor, I said he was having a tough time picking up the loose balls, and he was, but he also then stays with them relentlessly, and he just tries to keep them moving, and in this case, with a couple of swings that they weren't wild. They looked a little wild, but what they really did was move the ball around. A couple of those swings, he was able to move the ball back where he got it to himself, and then he got his hands free, and Lazor took what the Aussies would call a laser. If you're ever in Australia, they talk about shots from the outside as lasers. Lost footwear for Lazor. He goes to the bench to replace the shoe. Meanwhile, breakaway here for the LaserSharks, and a score. It's Scott Prestridge netting one for the LaserSharks and extending the lead back to 2 with 11 minutes and roughly 30 seconds by the time we start play. 11:30 remaining in the second half. And just a sloppy play that allowed that to happen. So that draw by Mahan, he wins it back. But the question is, can they control it? And they do. Jim Blacho. But it's thrown away as he tries to reach another of the Blacho family. So it winds up being LaserSharks ball, or Big Boys ball. And there's a score on the far side. And we're so again, I have no way of knowing who number 56 actually is. They gave me a roster that did not include him. He just scored that goal, assisted by Desi Oaks. So Jim Blacho picks up the ball, carries it in. Oh my goodness, what a great save by Trey Adams. Blacho had him. He had him. The other two Blachos have scored today. Jim had him, got him beaten, but Trey Adams somehow managed to rob him with that stick. Trying to keep it over. Over and back violation. And Lazor will start things. So Schattler with the ball. Loses it there just by himself. Didn't do anything. Excuse me. Schattler again. Hands free, feeds that down. Great save. In the booth, isn't the score 7-6? LaserSharks. So we're back to the action with the LaserSharks on offense. Am I, no? Okay. Okay, then there's an extraneous marker. I thought. So, Big Boys come ahead. And I'm sorry, I said it was a 2-goal lead. It only been a 1. It's 6-6 is the score. We just worked to confirm it. There are times here where not working with a lot of information, but we are doing what we can. Nice save there. Desi Oaks can't get that one by. No numbers, but that's not going to stop Scott Prestridge from taking a shot, low angle shot. Burns a bunch of the shot clock, and then the ball gets kicked over. No possession. Oh, they gave a fresh possession clock. Nice pickup there for the LaserSharks Blanco. Crease violation, however. It was Taylor Enwa who got the nice possession, but it was Randy Kindman who was in the crease. So here's the ball over to Schattler. Schattler being double teamed, flips that down, but Blake Kenny wasn't actually running towards where Schattler thought he was going. Schattler misread the signals. Ball comes out. Now fed over. Halfway into the shot clock, fed in front. Can't be handled there. Here's Lazor. Lazor, who has one. Feeds that one over to Schattler, and he scores. Jeff Schattler gets his second of the game. And we have the big boys up 7-6 with under 7 minutes remaining in the second half. I should say regulation because, well, if they do play sudden death overtime, these games are for seeding. Finishing in a certain place, and what will happen next year when these teams come back. Nice pickup there by Sky Sunday. Can't finish this one. He scored the first goal of the game before we'd barely had time to breathe. But he can't finish this one as Miller makes a nice stop. That ball bounces away, picked up by Sean Taffy. Taffy gets it to Desi Oaks, and Oaks finishes that. So the big boys expand their lead to 2, the first time they can say that in this game. And I'm sticking with Oaks on that goal. The referees just came in and said they thought it was 44, but there is no 44 on the roster. Now, mind you, there is no 56 on the roster. We've seen him score twice. We just don't know who he is. But we do know that there's a 44, and it looked like 44 to me when I was calling it. So I'll trust my eyes rather than what the refs are saying they saw. So here come the LaserSharks now behind. Nice piece of it there for Trey Adams. Here comes Mike Shea with the ball. Shea pushes it forward, and he scores. Mike Shea. And the big boys piling it on. Mike Shea, who has played for Team Ireland. So we get a timeout from the LaserSharks. We'll take that timeout with them. We'll return for the rest of the action. 4:38 remaining. Akwesasne, the big boys, have broken it open to a 9-6 lead. I'm Chuck Jaffe. We'll be back with more from Onondaga Fieldhouse here in Syracuse, New York. Down in the booth. Hello downstairs. Sorry about that last one. We have one more guy who's on the thing that we don't have. And he scored 2 goals, so he may be a candidate to the star. 56 in gray. Sam Bradman, okay. So we're back to the action. Will Mahan taking the draw against Mike Lazor. Mahan basically has signals with his guys in terms of what he's going to try to do. But that one winds up being pulled out and picked up by Abe Garrow. Garrow works to get free against heavy pressure. Could be a hold there, but they're not going to call it as his jersey was held when a stick was broken. Lazor still having trouble picking up the ball. Fresh 30 on the push. Gives the ball back. You see Lazor adjusting his stick. Here's Schattler with the ball. Oh, what a great feed. A little underhand feed. And Sky Sunday finishes that goal, or that feed, the little underhanded feed from Jeff Schattler. And it's now 10-6. And the wheels, they haven't come off for the LaserSharks, but they are looking a little shaky. And so we get back to the action again. It's Lazor and Mahan. And this time Mahan wins it cleanly to himself, but his shovel gets missed. Winds up going into the stick of Chad Thompson. And the big boys come back. Lazor with it. Schattler. Still has it. Tries the soft shot. The complete changeup that went straight into the body. Mikey Shea took the check. Still in his stick. Jim Blacho still had the ball. Didn't know he had the ball. And Shea. Nice save there against Desi Oaks on that feed across. Kenny can't convert that one. He got the goal earlier. He was the player that they gave the ball to. Dropped back. And the LaserSharks slow things down, which they can't afford to do. We're inside of 2 minutes now. And here's a pick leading to a breakaway. Chad Thompson gets stopped. So mostly that wasted time that the LaserSharks need if they're going to come back. Stop there by Adams. And Adams gets this loose ball. Looks ahead. Oh, he had a man wide open who wasn't looking for it. Instead, goes to the open guy at the bench, and they say that Schattler left early. And they call the penalty. So it was Hakta Guerrero who was hightailing it to the bench, and Adams was looking to pass to him, but he wasn't looking to the bench, he was looking back. So Adams instead threw the front edge of the bench for Schattler, but Schattler left early trying to get that jump, and so a man advantage just when the LaserSharks need one, because they don't have much time here, and Adams stops that one. Fresh 30. Under a minute remaining. That one shot well high and wide, and the LaserSharks happy to just let that give them a quick and easy possession. Schattler with the ball. And we have a penalty called. They will send C.J. Fleming to the box for the hold. Schattler with the ball, 25 seconds remaining. It's even strength because of the first foul on Hawk to Garrow. Kicked away. Garrow could come right out of the bottom. So that stop by Trey Adams will end it. And we've come to the end of the action, and our final score here, the big boys of Akwesasne 10, the LaserSharks 6. While they're sorting things out, we will sort things out for you and let you know the stars of the game. Our third star, CJ Fleming from the LaserSharks, who had 1 goal and played stellar defense. Our second star, goalie Trey Adams from the big boys, if only for that one amazing save, but he also played very well to make sure that the LaserSharks could not get back into it. And then Mike Lazor from the big boys is our first star of the game for sort of changing the tempo and scrapping when the team needed that little spark, scoring the goal and doing a lot of the dirty work. We like it when the dirty work guys get the awards. So great fun game to watch, and there's lots more to come. So I hope you'll keep watching the games on LaxAllStars.com, and we hope you will keep watching the games on LaxAllStars. There's a lot more fun stuff to come, plenty of action. And again, even if your favorite team is not the teams that you just watched or not the team on the next game, there's a lot of fun here at the Onondaga Fieldhouse and the Onondaga Nation. I'm Chuck Jaffe. Thanks for watching, everybody. You've been watching the LASNAI from Onondaga Fieldhouse, brought to you by Nike Lacrosse. He was first. He should have been announced last. 3-2-1.